Hey everybody, Crystal Gamer here, and welcome to another challenge results video. For those of you new to the program, I run a Make Me Want to Buy pack challenge every few weeks where participants submit 4 images via Twitter of any build or design they choose, interior or exterior, using only the items from the challenge pack and the base game. Obviously with as much focus as possible on the challenge pack, since the objective is to make me want to buy that pack. So it's essentially a combination marketing and photography challenge coupled with a build and design challenge. And also I'm a photographer, which means that the photographs are just as important as the design, and I review them with a photographer's eye. So warning to anyone new here, there are definitely times that I give photography critique and or instruction here, and that's all meant to help people improve though. So it's supposed to be a positive thing, and the feedback on me doing that has been very good. So let's see. Oh, speaking of photographic instruction, I put out a feeler poll on Twitter recently to see if there would be enough interest in my doing a video series on how to better photograph your builds in The Sims. And I know some of you responded to that poll, so I wanted to let you know that the overall response was very positive, though I didn't get quite as many votes on it as I wanted to get. So I'm planning on doing it, but it's probably going to be a little while before I put it out. I want to build up my channel a little bit more first, partly because it's going to take me some effort to convert my foundations and photography course to fit The Sims. So I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to do it, but I do plan on offering it eventually. Maybe when I hit 1,000 subs. I don't know. That could take a while though too. So I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm planning on it. Just so you know, I am going to do that eventually. I'm going to put it together eventually. Okay, so back to the challenge. At the end of the review, I give out fake awards to my personal favorites, and they're fake because there's no real prize other than bragging rights. And so now we don't want to discount bragging rights, but it's all subjective. It's just based on one person's opinion. And of course, everyone has their own taste. So really, it's just all in good fun. That said, boy, you guys really did make it hard for me this time. There are so many good images this time around. And speaking of so many great images, we have so many new participants this time that we're going to have a 2-part review again. And also to the new participants, first, thank you for participating for sure. Great to have new people. Always love that. And second, if you enjoy this and you think you're going to continue participating in these challenges, I have a Twitter group I've set up to let regular players know anytime I tweet anything having to do with the challenges, so no one misses anything. So if you want to be part of that Twitter group, please let me know to add you to it in the comments below. And finally, the regular players will know that I usually do some kind of build in line with the theme of the challenge. And this time, well, I kind of did like a huge thing, like a really huge thing, a 64 by 64 thing. It's a romantic resort in the jungle that includes 4 private bungalows, 8 suites within the main building, private hot tub huts, multiple treetop decks, basketball court, gazebo, and just so much more. It came in almost 1 million simoleons to give you an idea of how extensive it is. So I did a tour video of it, and for anyone interested, there will be a link to that below and at the end of this video if you want to check it out. And I think that covers the introduction. So now on to our entries. I review them in an order determined by a random number generator. And first up today, we have GVDN12, whose tweet said, "Welcome to Selvadora. Learn more about this beautiful location, or be a moody teen and complain about the lack of Wi-Fi, the bugs, the constant walking." I have a feeling that you might have some experience with some kids, maybe. And so this one is so interesting to me. There are a few of you that did some stuff with Sims that I don't know how you did what you did. And GVDN12 is definitely one of those people. Now, it looks to me by her entries that I'm not sure she actually built anything. I'm slightly confused by her entries, but at the same time, they're kind of cool. So we have this guy with the red hair and everything, but this is in Selvadora. The tree and everything is actually in Selvadora. And so we have this guy and he's got this group with him, and it looks to me like he's like a tour guide or ranger or whatever for these people, or maybe he's the dad and those are the kids all complaining about, lack of Wi-Fi and all of this stuff that kids do, all the walking and the lack of Wi-Fi and all of that. So I think her entries this time are more comical than anything else. So we get to picture number 2, and here are the kids, I guess, taking a selfie, because that's what kids do nowadays. And so we have our main guy who's actually appreciating the artifacts, and the kids are taking a selfie. Now, I don't know. I haven't played Selvadora. Like, I haven't played the jungle adventure part because I don't really play the game much. So I'm not entirely sure if this is something GVDN12 built, or if she was taking this guy around with the kids to, like, if she was actually doing the jungle adventure. And the reason I'm not sure is because we get to the next image. I think it's the next image. No, it's not this one. It's the one after that. So this is another one. There's nothing. I don't think she actually built anything for this, at least not here. But I love this image. I actually really love this image. I'd almost want to get rid of the kids because they're screwing up the main guy's place. But boy, I love this image. It's such a great location. And I don't even know where this is in Selvadora. So that's why I'm kind of thinking that she took this guy and the kids on the Selvadora adventure, and then this last one is like amazing to me. I don't know how she did this. You guys have to like fill me in. There are a few of you who did some things with Sims that I didn't know Sims could do. Like all 4 of the kids in front, those poses and the positions, like how is that possible? It's got to be mods. It has to be mods. And I've never used mods, and I didn't know. Are there things in the game, like are there mods that there must be that allow them to sit like this and everything? And then our main guy is in the back and he's somehow fighting a skeleton. Like, that's really cool, but I don't know how it's happening. So I'm thinking from GVDN12's entries that I might need to try playing the game a little bit because I must be missing out on some stuff here. But I think her entries are cool, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Like, I don't know if she built the stuff that's in here or if she just took them on the jungle adventure. So y'all have to let me know what the case is on this because I'm not completely sure of that. But regardless of it, either way, I think it's brilliant. I think the kid's looking bored and everything, and he's fighting the skeleton and all. I mean, it's just brilliant. It's so well done. I love it. Next up, we have Mena Buchner, and she is really selling it on this tweet. So her tweet says, "A simple jungle getaway. Enjoy the evenings on the open veranda with a swim in the hot spring pool while the sun sets. Hear the jungle call you with its secrets and entice you into its depths." Great tweet. Great tweet. Okay, so this is her first image, and there's some nice lighting going on here. I love this lighting in the background, and it's a nice entrance using stuff from Jungle Adventure, obviously, and it gives us an idea of the scenery. So it's an interesting angle to take a photograph from, but I'm loving the fact that we can see the scenery and sort of get the view from this door and kind of get a feel for what people that stay here would see and the environment and everything. So that part's kind of cool to me. Next up, we have an evening image of this build, and it's very pretty. I can tell right away that the outside area is going to be gorgeous. There's a parrot flying in on the right, which is kind of interesting, and obviously your eye's kind of drawn to that because it's red. So at least for me, I went to the lighter portions of the image first, and then I went to the parrot because of the red. So that's where my eyes went in the image. I like the big, what do you call those things? The big vases on the right-hand side with the fountains coming out of them. There were a couple of you that did that, actually, and I think it's a fabulous idea. Really cool idea to use. So we go to the next image, and I like this one a lot. This is nice. It's bright. It feels good. We have a couple in the pool. They look great. The whole thing, the colors are freaking fabulous in this. I love the colors in this. It's gorgeous. And I can't wait to see the interior piece with the fireplace because to me, I think that's the pièce de résistance. And saying that, let's go to the next image. I believe that this is absolutely by far Mena's best image of the 4 that she put in. The color here is great. It's nice warm tones. I love that this feels like you're inside, but yet we have the pool here, and she's got just enough of the pool. Of course, course, we have her name down there, but she has just enough of the pool with the ladder that we can see that there's a pool there. So photographically, like this knocks it out of the park. It hit everything. The composition is wonderful. The design is great. The colors are great. Like everything about this, I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So good. So next up is a new participant, Simretha. And you guys know I invited those who participate regularly in part of my group. I invited y'all to the Discord that I became a part of, and Simretha is the one that runs that Discord. She's like the one that put it together, basically. So she's in that with myself and Mena and another new player that we have that's going to be coming up soon too. So just to let you guys know. So anyway, her tweet says, "Hi, at CrystalGamer1, joining in the fun this time, and just some fun pics of Tadita and Xavier before they moved to Strangerville. Oh, and of course their gorgeous kitchen. They met in Selvadora. Here are some pics of them then." So I think that Retha may have sort of done some pics of opportunity here, possibly, because it looks to me like she went back in time and pulled from some photos that she already had of this couple that she has that obviously moved to Strangerville. So this first picture is very cool, but I don't believe it's stuff that she built. This is stuff that actually exists in Selvadora. It's part of Selvadora. The main, I want to say it's a 40 by 50 lot or something. It's where the market is, I think. Market bar, something like that. But it exists in Selvadora already. When we get to the second picture, I'm pretty sure this is stuff that she actually built. And this one is one of the ones, again, like GVD and 12. She's got this couple in this pose. I love this. I love this whole scene, but I don't know how she's getting these Sims to do this. It's awesome though. And this is one of the images this time that there were a few of them that invoked some emotion for me. And this was one of them. I just felt like this was such a romantic image, and it's so well done. You definitely focus on the couple, but I believe that almost everything in this image is part of Jungle Adventure, which is really cool. And it's well done. It's a great scene. It's a great scene. I love it. And then we have the last image, and this, of course, is the gorgeous kitchen she was talking about. And it's absolutely a gorgeous kitchen, and the photograph is well done, too. It's a beautiful kitchen. Love it. I love the furniture that comes with the Jungle Adventure in general. I love the furniture that comes with it. I love the kitchen stuff that comes with it. Like, from a build-buy perspective, I think Jungle Adventure totally kicks butt. I love the pack. It's one of my favorite packs. And so that's it for Simretha. She only gave us 3 photos this time. And next up, we have Tony W. Gus. And he didn't give me an ad tweet this time. Tony's usually my marketer. He didn't give me an ad tweet this time. He just said, "Hey, here's my entry," which is fine. Totally fine. And so this is his first image. And y'all know that I'm not a huge fan of purposely blurring stuff in images. At the same time, this is a pretty decent blur. Like, I can tell that it's a fake blur, but at the same time, it also, when I first saw this image, it made me go, ooh. So that's a very good reaction. The fake blur wasn't the first thing that screamed out at me. The overall composition was the first thing that screamed out at me. So I think that that's a good thing. And I love this fountain. Like, I think that this is a fabulous idea. And just the whole scene. This whole scene is great. This may be the best image I think Tony has of his entries. I love this one a lot. The lighting is great. The scene is great. The buildings look beautiful. The colors are just stunning. So yeah, the vegetation, love all the green going around. It's just fabulous. It's very, very good. And next up we have, I guess, part of the build that he did. And this is cute as well. I like the whole overall look and feel of this. It kind of, I don't know. It feels very Jungle Adventure, which I think is a huge bonus. And then in the next image, this is so cute. We can go down the little hill and go eat outside and everything. It's adorable. Probably my only complaint here, photographically, I would have liked it if he took it back just a little bit and the bottom of the chairs weren't cut off. If he had gotten the bottom of the chairs, I would have felt better. Sort of like when I do the photography class, you guys will hear me say, try not to cut people's feet off at the ankles type of thing. This is sort of the same concept with that as that, but I love the image. It's cute. It's adorable. And I love how he's got these lanterns hanging in the tree. Isn't that fabulous? What a great idea. I love the ideas Simmers come up with. It's so awesome. Doing these challenges is the best. And then this next one, look at these colors. Ooh, fabulous colors. And I love the fireplace that comes with the Jungle Adventure Pack too. It's so wonderful. It's a great fireplace. And I love this. One of the things that is so good about Jungle Adventure is it promotes a type of build that I adore probably above all else. And that's the sort of indoor-outdoor type thing. I love that. It's sort of a fantasy of my husband and I, like we would love to live somewhere where the climate's warm enough that we could have like a house where almost the entire thing is indoor outdoor. So, you know, like indoor spaces, but totally open to the outside. Oh man, I love that. So this one definitely speaks to me. And the fact that we have the view of the fountain in the back as well, right in between, and that's highlighted and you can see that. Yeah, it's very, very well done. Love this one. And then the next up, we have Sim for Design, Sim M for Design. And she hasn't been with us. I think she missed the last challenge, but she's been with us before. And so this is a little jungle hut, she calls it, according to her tweet. I'm not sure how little it is, but man, this place is beautiful, isn't it? Oh, I love it. This looks like such a great little vacation place. Love, love, love it. The colors, again, this pack is it lends itself to such great colors. The contrast with the green and the sort of tan beige stuff, it's wonderful. And just the overall feel. I mean, who doesn't want to be in this place, right? Next up, we have an interior shot, and this one, oh my goodness, I'm so happy she used this wallpaper. I don't know why I didn't think to use this wallpaper in any of my Jungle Adventure stuff, because it's part of base game, and man, this fits so good in here as part of the jungle stuff. It's outstanding. And of course, she's got a ton of Jungle Adventure stuff, all of the furniture, almost everything. And this is part of what's so good about this pack, in my opinion. You truly can build out like pretty much an entire interior with Jungle Adventure. The furniture is so awesome and it looks great. And I love the lighting in the front too, on the table with the candles and everything. And it's good that she included a sim here. The sim's not distracting, adds just enough interest. And I like the blinds are interesting to me on either side. I wish we had some kind of bars that we could put across to make that stuff look more realistic for blinds, curtains, all of that stuff. But I like the idea of having the blinds on either side. I think that's a cool idea that she did there. Then next up, she's using one of my favorite colors in the kitchen. I love this like bright turquoisey blue, beautiful. She's got the fireplace right in the kitchen. I would never think to do that, but it's fabulous. And look at the pots going around the fireplace. That's brilliant. What a great idea. Yeah, I love the things Simmers come up with. Totally cool. So yeah, this is a good one. And then I don't know what she's got going in the front here on the counter. I don't know exactly where those shelves come from. I think it might be one of the Selvadora cabinets, and she's kind of embedded it in, and that's cool too. Like, what a great idea that is. Just overall, this is wonderful. You guys killed it this time. Like, so many of you have such good entries. I had such a hard time picking winners out of this bunch because y'all just killed it. And this one is fabulous as well. Look at this. I love on the right-hand side, the water going into the pool. Love that. Love it. Love it. Love it. This looks so resort-ish. And the color in this one too. She did a great job in the color in this one. And she also did some blurring in the back, and she did it good enough that it doesn't scream out at you. And again, we know that I'm not a huge fan of that, but if you can do it well enough that it's not screaming out, hey, look, I'm fake blurred, that's a good thing. If you can figure out how to do that so that it doesn't scream that's definitely a good thing if you want to use that technique, you know. But yeah, just overall, look at this place, man. It's great. It's great. Love it. Next up, we have Lilac Lydia Dietz, and her tweet says, still on the fence about buying the Sims 4 Jungle Adventure Pack? Perhaps these photos will sway your heart to visit Selvadora today. So I like her tweet. It's cool. And this image is great. Like the whole design, man, all the greenery, all of that stuff is beautiful. Love this. However, I do have to pick on it slightly photographically because she's sharpened it, she's upped the saturation, she's upped the brightness and possibly the vibrance as well. And she did a good job, but she pushed the processing just a little bit too far. And how we can see that actually is by looking at her next image, which she also, I'm pretty sure, processed. I think that she brightened this one a little bit, and I think that she sharpened it a little bit and probably added a little bit of vibrance and or saturation as well. So I think she did all the same things to both images as far as what she did in her processing, but this one she hit right on as far as how much. This is the right level of processing. The other one was just a hair over processed to my eyes. If I can see, like readily see that you processed it, you probably over processed it. This one here, much less noticeable. It's a much more seamless processing. I know she did it just because I know what base game Sims photographs look like versus what processed Sims photographs look like, but that's the only reason I know. Other than that, I wouldn't know, which is perfect. This is the level that you want to be at. So Lydia, this is where you want to be when you're doing your processing, right here at this level. And a good way, if you want to process images, if you want to do things like up saturation and sharpening and all this, it's so easy to overdo that stuff, and less is always more when it comes to that stuff. So rule of thumb, less is always more. And the other thing, if you're ever unsure, one of the best things that you can do is do your processing, leave the images, come back the next day and look at them. And if you can come back the next day and look at it and say, oh, I can see that processing, you'll be able to see it a lot more when you remove yourself from it and then go back to it. So that's a huge thing. And believe me, I have overprocessed images. I've even overprocessed Sims images. We can all make the mistake. It's just so easy to do. But that's one of the best things. Like if I don't come back, if I don't do processing and then walk away from it and come back, I can definitely make this mistake myself. So those are the two things to remember. Less is always more. Like whatever you think you want to do, probably cut it back. Like 30% from where you want to go, and then leave it and come back to it and look at it and see if you can see your own processing. Okay, that's the end of the photography portion of that. Let's look at her design. Man, this is great. Look at this room. I love this room. I love the colors in this room. And in general, Lydia has such a great style. Like she really has her own voice when it comes to design, and it's a great style she's got going on all the time. And yeah, this one here, I don't know, it's such like a mishmash of stuff, but somehow she makes it all work. And yeah, love it. I love this shelf up on the left too, over the hutch thing with the little beer, what do you call that? Little beer keg thing, and just everything on the shelf up there too. The whole thing is fabulous. And I actually love that she used the red fridge. I would not have thought that these colors and everything would mix like this. But yeah, she made this work. It's a fabulous design. And then we get to her next image, and this is very nice as well. The inset fountains and all that. This is just a beautiful image. And this is a bathroom. Like, it took me a second when I was going through the images. It took me a second to even notice that this was a bathroom. I mean, it's such a big, expansive room, and it's so beautiful. And you look at that fountain and everything, you almost like don't even notice. Like, at least for me, I didn't even like really notice that it was a bathroom at first, which is kind of awesome, right? I dismissed all of the icky bathroom elements and just focused on the good stuff. And this next image, oh my God, this is so good. This is so good. And she did process this one too. She processed all her images, but again, she hit this one better. It was only the first one. This one, maybe she could have dialed back the brightness just a hair, but she needed to brighten it because of the front. You wouldn't be able to see all these fountains and everything in the front. And man, this feels so jungle adventure-y, and Yeah, it's just, she did a beautiful job. The fountains coming up out of the things, the sentinel, skeleton guards, just everything about this is so fabulous. And it gives you that whole jungle adventure vibe. The candles, love the candles up at the top. There's so many great touches. Like, this is one of those, I'm within time constraints when I do these videos, and sometimes I sort of hate that, because I could pick apart like everything in here. There's so much detail here. You could really, this one is an image that you could look at for quite a while, because there's so much detail. There's so much going on. At the same time, you're not confused. Like, your eye is not confused. You know what you're looking at. She's got beautiful leading lines going in to the archway and all of that. So it's not, it includes a lot, but it's not a confusing image, so it's very well done. And the next one comes to us from Laura Ann BYT, and she says, no trip to Selvadora is complete without a dip in the sacred cenote. Immerse yourself in the sacred waters. After your swim, admire our discount foods and goods. Be sure to leave an offering to Madre Cosecha. Okay, so this is such an interesting concept, right? I like this concept a lot, actually. And if you go to different areas in Central and South America and different places where they live near volcanoes and everything, you have springs like this, like, that are supposed to, I don't know if they're supposed to be sacred waters, but, you have stuff like this. And so the concept is fabulous, in my opinion. The building is very cute. Love this. The image, the composition and all of that is great. If she had gotten it in better lighting, a nice glow of morning light or sunset light would have been great. If it was hitting the building, that would have enhanced it a lot more. But compositionally, it's great. And design-wise, of course, it's adorable. I love the archways. And this next one, this is so good. This is another one to me, like, this could have gone with Lydia's cool image that she had with all the stuff in the water in the front and everything. These two things could go together, because they look so jungle adventure-y, and they've got that whole feel and vibe. And, as far as selling the pack is concerned, yeah, this does a lot for that, I think. And I don't know how she's doing these fountains on the outside. I guess my assumption is that she used the little fountain thingies and just went to Debug and got some of the jungle adventure pieces from Debug and set them up over the fountains, and that is brilliant. Love seeing that stuff like that. Brilliant. And I also don't know how she's got, like, the big one in the middle. It's like, are those eyes typically lit up? Because that is so cool. This image is like, this is knocking out of the park to me. And next up, we have our area to give offerings and I guess light candles. That is a cool concept. I am really digging that. And I love that she's got, like, this is a little, I think it's a little eatery. At least to me, that's what it looks like, with the picnic areas and all that. It's got some little vending to the right, and the little, the lady to the left selling some, I think that's a food vendor. So this is an adorable place to me. I like this a lot. And here we get a different view. And the candles going around. To me, this is great. My thought is that you give an offering and then you light a candle. At least that would be my way of viewing it. And so I like this. It's very cool. Conceptually, it's a great concept. And that is Laura Ann BYT's entry. And next up, we have Jet Girl 2113. And she says, deep in the jungle of Selvadora, it's easy to get lost. This picturesque travel agency can help. Plan excursions, buy maps, find out about culture, and check out some artifacts from a local explorer. And so isn't this fabulous? My God, people think of such awesome things. I love that someone thought to do a travel agency. What a great idea this is. And it looks so travel agency-ish, doesn't it? Like with its little cubicles and stuff like that. What a great look. Of course, when's the last time anyone saw a travel agency? Man, they used to be all over the place, and now you hardly see them because everything's online, right? But I love this. Love it. And the next image, so she's doing a through the window image in the next image, and framing with windows can be good for sure. In this one here, I'm not entirely sure exactly what our focal point is, though. So the framing idea is great. But what are we supposed to be looking at? Are we supposed to be looking at the cabinet, at the plate, at kind of the overall? I'm not exactly sure what where my eye is supposed to go in this. But the design is cool. She's using several of the Jungle Adventure elements. I love that she's using the display case, and the gold plate sticks out at me. Like when I'm looking through the window, that the gold plate is the thing that really catches the eye for me. And then this next one is fabulous. This is the overall building, and I love this building. This is so cool. The Jungle Adventure stuff is just so neat. I love the fact that she used several of the big artwork pieces from Jungle Adventure going across. Just the building in general is fabulous. The two, whatever you call those things, on the right and left side of the archway, those are great sitting there. The lighting on the way in, up that walkway, the landscape, everything about it. It's just, she did a very, very nice job on this. Probably my only thing I'd say again here is, if same thing as with, was it Laura's building? I think it was Laura's building. If she had used some lighting, if she had some lighting hitting at the front of this, it would have enhanced it even more. We also have a pond. I just noticed we have a pond out back too. I kind of missed that before. We have a pond out back. That's very cool as well. And next up, we have a different section of the travel agency. And this one, to me, the colors, everything about it, this is a better image than the first image. The first image looks very travel agency to me, but at the same time, I like this image overall a lot more. And a lot of it has to do with the colors and the brightness and all of that stuff. And the design is great on it as well. So this is probably, it might be my favorite image from Jet Girl today. It's between this one and the last one. So I like both of them a lot. Next up, we have another new participant, Alexa Sims 19. And so this is her little beautiful vacation house is what this is according to her tweet. And so we have a beautiful little vacation house. This looks adorable. I love all the little fountain stuff in the front. We know me with the water features. I'm happy she added in water features. And this just looks like a cute little vacation home to come see. I kind of want to see the inside, and let's see what's there. Oh, she's teasing me. We're not getting to the inside yet. The next image is, I believe this is probably out back. And this is adorable, right? The little fireplace area where they can sit and relax. Nice on vacation. That would be very enjoyable. Very cute. And now we get to the inside. This is pretty. Nice colors. And I don't know. We're like up high on this. And I don't know, she's got like an area down below that I'm sort of very curious about what's going on there. I want stairs. What's down there? I'm all curious about it. But still, I like this little kitchen area. This is adorable. And then this one is definitely my favorite by Alexa Sims. I love this image. This is so cute. The colors are great in this. The setup is wonderful. It's bright. It's inviting. You want to spend some time here. It looks very vacation home-ish. And yeah, love this one. This is very good. And so that concludes part 1 of our review, and we will have part 2 out on Wednesday. So I'll see you guys back again then, and let me know in the comments what you thought of everything here. And of course, if you like this, please do hit like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff that helps us YouTubers out a ton. And I really appreciate y'all spending the time with me today. Hope to see y'all back again next time. Bye now.